Tonight, Hamilton County is seeing its third highest single day of COVID-19 cases and the highest day of people fighting the virus in a hospital. Good evening. I'm Kim Chapman.
And I'm Joshua. Today, the health department reported 104 new cases. That brings the total to 3,180 since mid-March. Right now, there are 71 patients in the hospital.
With school starting in just a few weeks, COVID-19 continues to make the choice tough on parents. Do they send their kids back to class? And if they do that, should the kids ride the school bus? Sydney Edwards tells us how some parents are making that call. Sydney.
Josh and Kim, Hamilton County Schools transport over 20,000 students to school every day. The transportation manager tells me they're going to do all they can to keep students safe. But is their plan enough for parents?
When students pack their book bags for class, they'll now have to remember a face mask. Brandy Jordan says that won't be a problem for her two kids.
But the worry is about how other children are. There are parents who are completely against wearing masks.
Hamilton County Schools announced their plans for back-to-school safety during COVID-19. When it comes to getting to school, things will be different.
We're going to disinfect after every run, and we're going to do a deep cleaning disinfect in between the routes in the morning and in the afternoon.
Transportation manager David Eves says deep cleaning includes wiping down windows and railings, high-touch areas. He says he knows social distancing is a big concern for parents, especially on a bus that typically seats 60 children.
I don't know how they're going to bus them to and from school with an airborne disease that's going around. That's still close quarters.
If you follow the guidelines for the CDC, they're required to do one every other seat, so that would be roughly 14 to a bus.
Eves calls this almost impossible to do, but says they'll have extra face masks on buses, have idle buses pick up extra routes, and do the best they can, even if a student forgets a mask.
We will not ever leave a student at a stop, so we will go ahead and pick the student up and address that with administration at the school.
These precautions are enough for Jason Moses and his son Jax, who doesn't mind wearing a face mask and just wants to get back to school.
I just trust the school system has the best interest of our kids and cleaning everything like they say they're going to do, and just taking a proactive approach about this to do the best they can do.
Now, David Eves tells me students will be social distancing while getting on and off of a bus. He says this will take more time and asks people to be patient that are waiting behind a school bus and to not run that stop sign. Josh.
Thank you, Sydney. Eves also asked parents to register students when they can so they know who does and who does not need transportation. This would free up space for students that rely on that transportation.